and welcome back to Wall Street Today. I'm your host, Greg Rollett, and right now I am with Paul J. Nick, best-selling author and retirement specialist out of Houston, Texas. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Greg. Appreciate it.
Definitely. We have a beautiful day in New York City today to talk about something that is very, very important, which is helping people to retire. And this is a very, very important subject today, and we're going to talk all about that. Before we get into it, tell us a little bit about yourself and the things that you're doing down in Houston.
Well, thanks. Basically, in Houston, I'm a retirement strategist. I've been in the business for 23 years. My father also was in the industry for his whole career.
Yeah.
So really what we do is we take people from their working career into the distribution phase of spending their money in retirement.
Let's talk about that, because there's a lot of people that are in that transitional phase or about to get into that transitional phase. You got a lot of boomers starting to retire, huge numbers. Talk about what are some of the biggest problems that they face going from working and getting that paycheck to now, how am I going to pay my bills?
Right, probably the biggest problem that we see today is that the interest rate environment is so low that they can't find good, safe vehicles to generate a fixed income for themselves. So they're kind of forced to stay in the market, which creates the added problem of running out of money potentially in the future. So what we seek out are higher distribution rate products for our clients so that they can use less of their money, keep less of their money in the market.
Right.
Use more for income.
And so what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see them when they come into your office, they talk to you and they're like, Paul, I'm in trouble, or I really need to work on a plan. What are some of the things that you see, and what are some of the mistakes that they make during this process?
Probably one of the biggest things we see today is that a lot of people have too much qualified money. That's money in IRAs and 401ks. What we've seen is when people take a distribution from an IRA or 401k, and it can affect their Social Security payments and increase their Medicare premiums. So what we've realized over the years, and I've basically learned this by watching my parents go through retirement, is where your money resides, it becomes more important than the rate of return once you get to retirement.
So do you see it as a big education gap? Like they don't really know what they don't know going into this process?
Oh, absolutely. And unfortunately, my industry has done a poor job of teaching people how all of this kind of ties in together. The industry as a whole kind of focuses on growing your assets, but very little is focused on how do we get our money back out and spend it, and how does that affect everything, our other benefits that we get from the government and things like that.
Nice. And you guys do some really unique things with your clients as you walk them through how to understand some of the things that are happening and how to best get those distributions and keep more of their money. Talk about some of the unique things that you guys do in the office.
Right. So basically we like to use financial products that have tax benefits, right?
Okay.
So if you don't have to file a tax return, for example, if you can get your income tax-free, either using Roths or other financial products that the government allows to be tax-free, you don't have to pay any tax on Social Security. You can keep 100% of your Social Security, and you would pay the lowest Medicare premium. So that becomes very important for people as they age and get older. More of those benefits become important. So
nice. Can you walk us through a story or an example of someone that came through your office and you helped them with these strategies, and what maybe they looked like before they came into your office, and then after you put these plans into effect, what is their situation like now?
Right. Actually, I'm working with somebody right now that's getting ready to retire from an oil company in Houston. They've done a very good job saving money, but all of their money is located in those qualified plans, right?
Yeah.
What happens is what we showed them is basically a tax return of when you take distributions versus one of our tax returns where the money comes out tax-free.
Yeah.
So basically we're going to save them about $500,000 in taxes over their 30 years of retirement based on using our strategies versus pulling all that money out over time from a qualified plan. So
nice.
They were pretty happy about that.
I'm sure they were, and they're pretty happy. And a lot of your clients are very happy when you put these strategies into effect. And we're here in Times Square. Wall Street's just right around the corner. It's obviously an important place for the things that you do in your world. But if you could travel back in time, you can kind of go back to when you were first getting started, some of the investment lessons that you've learned. But what would you say to your younger self to help even more clients out?
Yeah, so starting out in the business as a young 23-year-old, you don't have a whole lot of experience, obviously.
Yeah, so that was only 2-3 years ago, right?
Right, exactly. So I would say for somebody that's coming into the business or starting out, everything changes, right? Nothing stays the same. But the industry can be kind of hard-nosed in wanting to keep everything the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, that helps them out. So I would say being able to change with the times and not sticking with one thing because that's what everybody else is doing, but learning to be able to change as the environments change helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. And for someone who's watching right now and they say, you know what, I'm in a situation where I need some help, I need some education, I need some guidance to help me in retirement, what's the best way to reach out to you, get the process started, and see how you can really help to change their life and help them live a great retirement?
Right. So they can go to our company website, South Texas Financial Group. They can Google us. I'm on LinkedIn, do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, write blogs and things like that. So yeah, we'd love to talk to people and show them our strategies on how they can keep more of their Social Security. So.
Yeah, I love that. You're doing a very, very important job for everyone today, helping to ensure that our boomers can retire and have a great life. Thanks so much for joining us here
Thank you, Greg.
on Wall Street Today. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
We'll be back in just a second with more Wall Street Today.